Hi everyone. So today I wanted to give you a short demo about an alternative way of accessing the package metadata information. But let me first explain what is happening right now and why we wanted this change. So right now, the Rails application syncs with the package metadata information which lie into the advisory and license bucket by using the cloud storage API. So what is the problem with that? Well, it actually works quite nicely. The problem starts when someone that is installing a GitLab instance wants to add into an allow list all the external IPs that GitLab needs to access, right? And the problem comes from the fact that the IP ranges for the cloud storage API, it's quite big and it can also change. So that means that we have a problem there. So we want to allow customers installing GitLab on their premises to be able to add in their allow list one or two IPs, which should be static. So this is the solution and how we do it. So what we have, and you can see it in this diagram, is that we have GitLab Package Metadata.com. This is a domain name which is registered by the IT department. So they have their own AWS project. They use Route 53, and that's a service to register domain names. So they manage that. So we give them, so they register this domain name, and we give them the namespace records so that this whole thing will work nicely. So we have a domain name, and then we have two subdomains. We have the advisories subdomain and the licenses subdomain. Both subdomains, they sit in front of a load balancer, and every load balancer has a static IP. We are talking about global external HTTPS application load balancer. So that means that these load balancers, they will receive HTTP requests and they will redirect them to the advisories or the license bucket. It's important to notice here that HTTP requests will be rerouted to HTTPS requests. So this way, anyone that wants to run GitLab, the GitLab application, they can actually add in their allow list this A record, so this IP address and this IP address, and then they can basically access the advisories GitLab Package Metadata.com and the licenses GitLab Package Metadata.com. Right now, we have this route enabled in the infrastructure, but the Rails application, so the GitLab instance, cannot actually use this route yet. This is something that we will implement soon. So let me show you how the data look like. So first, let's try to say that we want to access the advisories GitLab Package Metadata.com. If you reach the this domain, you basically get a list of all the files and all the paths of those files. So let's do that. Let's run this. So as you can see here, you see that we are accessing the export advisory bucket on prod. We have a file named license, another one named readme, and if I scroll down, you see here lots of paths like v2, Conan, timestamp, and then something else. So let's say that we want the content of this specific file over here. By the way, this list is quite big because there are a lot of files in there. So let's say that we want to access this specific file. So let's say send, and what you actually see here is that we get back the advisories that are inside this specific file. In this case, it's just one advisory. The same thing can be also done for the licenses. Again, you get a list of all the licenses files, and then again we can request any file, let's say the CSV file, This is quite old, it's v1, but it doesn't really matter. And then, like this, we get the file back. Last thing that I would like to show you is the redirect. So I have already executed these commands for you. So first, I am executing a curl without a redirect. So I'm not gonna, so curl will not immediately move you to the next, to the redirect link. So as you can see here, if we do it like this, we get 301 moved permanently. And then if we add the capital L flag, then we will actually go to the redirect location. So we get a 301, and then you see that the location, the new location, is HTTPS. So we started with HTTP, and we ended up getting redirect to an HTTPS call, exactly the same thing. And then you see that the TLS handshake starts, and then we get all the data. So I hoped it was useful. If you have any information, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Thank you.